I am recording this podcast just before I'm going to sleep, so I might end up talking a load of rubbish, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'm really tired, I'm really sleepy. But I just found this channel a few days ago, this guy talking about the Chris Watts case. And I think he's figured out that if he talks about the Chris Watts case, he's going to get a lot of subscribers, and that's exactly what's happened. His subscription count has gone up after doing a few videos on the Watts case. And according to him, Shan'Ann was an abusive wife and mother. Nicole Kessinger was a hoe, a side hoe. And I'm not even going to repeat what he said about Nicole Atkinson, because I have too much respect for Nicole Atkinson to give his words any weight or power. But basically, he mocked her appearance and said that Shan'Ann preyed on her because of her appearance. Now, although some of the things that he said, and let me just say this, I think that he doesn't like women. That's my personal opinion. I think, he criticizes all of the women in this case more than he does Chris Watts. So, like I said, Shan'Ann, he claims Shan'Ann is a predator and an abusive person. Nicole Kessinger is a side hoe. And like I said, he said some nasty things about Nicole Atkinson and her appearance that I will not repeat. I have had some interaction with him. And he's not boring. He is not unintelligent. He's charismatic. He is logical. It doesn't mean to say that I agree with his logic, but I can understand why he has arrived at some of his opinions. But he comes across as a female hater, and I think he's jumping on a bandwagon because he knows that he's going to get a reaction. He's gotten some more subscribers. People are interested in what he's got to say. He does come across very confident. He's got a bit of swagger. He's been in prison. He's a father himself. And he's not even entirely unlikable. I actually like him a lot more than Dave or AD. Don't agree with everything he says. I do understand some of the things he says. I don't agree with everything he says. But when you have somebody talking about the Watts case who criticizes the women in this case, or the woman who featured in this case, not necessarily did anything wrong in terms of a crime, but if you have a guy criticizing the woman in this case but not saying anything harsh about Chris Watts, for me, you got a problem. That doesn't mean to say that he is not allowed. I don't think he's allowed to have his opinion. He's allowed to have his opinion. And, it's not like he's denying that Chris Watts murdered his family. He admits, at least for now, that Chris Watts is guilty of killing his family and his children. But I do think that he's letting Chris Watts off the hook. And yes, if you call the victim of a terrible murder like Shan'Ann, if you go around calling her an abusive wife and mother and a predator, you're going to get a backlash. So the latest video I watched is where he's complaining that people are now threatening him and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's going to happen when you jump on the bandwagon. And I think that he is a bandwagon hopper. Like I said, he has charisma. He has swagger. Some of his logical reasonings I do understand. But I think that he realizes, like a lot of people who start on doing the Watts case on their channels, that if he talks about this case and that if he's a little bit controversial without crossing the line, that he's going to get a reaction. Controversy sells. I mean, Michael Jackson knew that. Madonna knew that, and she played it. Madonna in her career has played controversy better than anybody and used it to her advantage. So I think that's exactly what this guy is doing. Is he the new Dave? I've actually had some very pleasant interactions with him. I mean, we've had. I mean, I've criticized him and I've said I don't agree with you on this or that, but he hasn't been nasty to me or anything. We haven't had any nasty exchanges. It's been quite pleasant, quite profound. He's very likable in a lot of ways. But he's already started on the theories, and he's talked about the Nicole Atkinson theory, and you know, I've seen this case corrupt a lot of people. They start out genuine, and then once they start to get a reaction, they start to twist things up. He's playing the victim right now. Oh, I can't speak my mind and I'm getting criticized and they're threatening to sue me and blah, 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 blah. It will be interesting to see where he's going to go with this from here, because once he starts getting more views and more attention, it will be interesting to see how far he takes it, because like I said, I've just seen this case corrupt so many people.